Alright, what is up guys? Welcome to Motivation Monday. Once again, coming out a little later than I wanted it to because it's pretty much Tuesday at this point, but this one's going to be a little bit more informal. I'm not going to do all the jump cuts and everything just because it's the end of the day and I want to get this out on time. And I want this one to be a little bit more intimate. So today I want to talk about something that I don't think a lot of people get. And it's something that I get asked about very indirectly. I don't think people realizing they're actually asking me this, but I get asked about it all the time. It's probably the number one thing I get asked about in the gym, and that's intensity. I mean, I'm a small guy, right? I don't look gigantic. I don't look huge. You know, if I wore a baggy t-shirt and some joggers into the gym, you might not even know I lift. So when I go in there, and especially when I deadlift and I put up, 500 plus pounds, people look at me and they're like, how does a guy your size who looks like you lift this weight? How do you do it? And I've talked about consistency before, which is one part of it, but I think the other part is you can't just be consistent, because doing the same thing over and over again, well, that's consistent. If you're not seeing results and you're doing the same thing over and over again, that's just insanity, Albert Einstein. So its counterpart, the thing that you kind of have to marry your consistency to, is intensity and a progression in intensity, right? You can't just be intense and stay that intense because that eventually becomes normal to you and you basically miss out on progress, right? Even though your norm may be intense to others, if it stops being intense to you because you've done it for so long, it just becomes the norm and you won't grow from that. So today's talk is really about intensity. What really is it? How do you bring it? And how do you bring it consistently? For me, what sparked this entire video was my workout today. I'm starting a whole new 12-week program focused on just really bringing my strength to the next level over 12 weeks. I want to make just massive, mind-boggling people, thinking that it's impossible to do kind of strength gains over 12 weeks. And my plan for that is being just sickeningly consistent, but also sickeningly intense, right? Today was my week 1, day 1 exercise workout, my first workout of the whole program, and I don't know if you can see it on this camera, I burst a blood vessel in my right eye. I was pushing so hard. I burst, I guess, something in my nose. I started nose bleeding in the middle of my deadlifts, and I had to plug it up. And then at the very end, I puked not once, but twice. And I think a lot of people hear that and just kind of be disgusted, like, that is not right, like, you shouldn't be doing that. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, if you're trying to be normal, yes. If you're just trying to be healthy, trying to be normal, it's probably a little much off the bat, but I'm not trying to just be healthy. I want to push the envelope when it comes to strength and when it comes to my physique. I don't want to be normal. I want to be someone who looks superhuman, who lifts superhuman, and makes it look easy. And so with that comes that kind of intensity, and you constantly have to keep finding that, right? It's not as simple as, oh, okay, I'm going to get into my groove and stay there. The minute something is easy for me, and this is almost kind of like a masochistic side of me, the minute something's easy for me, I immediately try to make it harder. I try to make it more difficult on myself. And you have to have that kind of, probably issue with your brain, to put it frankly. You kind of have to have something wrong with you like that if you really want to get successful, right? I think a lot of people are like, oh, you earned a rest day, or like, everyone is, is entitled to some time off and some rest time to recuperate. And, I feel that, I get that, on the weekends I might take some time off to get some dubs in Fortnite, you know what I'm talking about. But in all seriousness, it's like, I don't want to sit back at the end of the day, look at my life and go, I rested too much. I kept saying to myself, everyone's entitled to this and that, and it's normal to need a rest day. It's like, well, yeah, it is. It's normal, and that's why I'm now normal, and that's why all these people are normal, because they do what is expected of normal people. I want to push that envelope, and again, with that comes risk. It's not for everybody. It's a little dangerous. It's a little out there, but I would rather take the risks and roll with the punches than live super conservatively and never kind of know what would happen if I went for it, right? So in every workout, I go for it. I just send it. I just go. That's kind of been my outlook on life. When I get that idea in my head, when I have that passion and fire, I just pull the trigger. I go for it. You know, I think that's why I love surfing. That's why I loved hockey. They're all quick reaction kind of sports, right? In surfing, it's all or nothing. You got to paddle. You got to make the drop in. You're basically full body pulling yourself into a moving wall of water and then throwing the board over the edge and jumping to your feet, hoping to stick the landing and immediately start progressing the board faster and faster down a moving wall of water. Like, how insane is that, right? But I love it because of that intensity, that wholeheartedness, that you have to go 110% or you're not going to make it. It's the same thing with hockey, right? You know, you're playing a full contact sport with knives on your feet at some of the highest speeds that people play sports at. It's an all or nothing thing. So it's the same in the gym. And it took me years to kind of foster this mindset, but now that I have it, I love it. And intensity comes naturally to me. But I don't ever want to find myself becoming comfortable in what I do. I constantly want to be pushing the envelope. And you'll see plenty of people in the fitness industry get great results by being, you know, relatively normal and doing conservative workouts. And it's true, right? If you're consistent in those and you still progress mildly, you'll see great results. But this is more of, I guess, a personal thing. I think if I'm speaking to someone out there who's like that, who feels like me, you know what I'm talking about, where it's just, you can't let yourself half-ass something. Like, you have to give it 100%, because, you know, even if you get great results and other people respect you for it, you couldn't respect yourself if you didn't know that you gave every last ounce of blood you had in that endeavor. So yeah, today for me, I don't want to brag or anything, I don't want to preach, but I gave 110% on my day one, and that's very easy to do. I want to be able to come back here 12 weeks from now and be like, I did that every day. You know, that's one of the reasons I do these, is not only do I hope it motivates you guys, but it motivates me, right? I'm holding myself accountable to putting these out here and providing content and hopefully inspiration for you guys. And at the same time, it's pushing me to keep pushing the envelope, because people will see, whether it's one or two people or whether one day it's thousands of people, will see, you know, if this hard work paid off. You know, if they look back maybe 3-4 years from now on videos like this, they'll see someone whose mindset was there before any of the success and any of the progress was. And it was there because the intensity was there. And those years of intensity, I think, are what is going to bring me to the top one day. And for those of you who think like that, just don't give up on it. Like, if you're an intense person, if you like training intensely, do it. Take the risks. There's going to be setbacks, there's going to be injuries. It just comes with the way you train. But don't ever take that away from yourself. Don't ever condition yourself out of that, because having that intensity in your heart and the way you train and the way you live, I think it's something very, very special. And I think it's a gift, not a curse. It's something that we should use to the fullest extent to achieve things that other people just don't have the intensity to achieve. And if you're someone who feels like they're not intense, I don't think it's something that you're just born with, and if you're not born with it, you can't have it. I think it's something you can grow into. I think I grew into it. I think I was a shy little kid, and I really worked hard and trained hard to become someone who was intense and strong and powerful in the gym. And now I walk in there, my skinny little frame, and I put up more weight than most people I know, because I've been intense for a decade of training now, and I'll continue to do that. So for you guys out there this week, thanks for sticking with me to this point in the vlog, this point of the video. If you did make it this far, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. Comment down below telling me you made it this far. And again, as always, guys, thank you so much for the overwhelming support. I love you guys. You know who you are. I will see you guys all soon as well. See you in tomorrow's video. Subscribe for more. Well, I think I said it all. I usually say it really sporadically and cut it all together to make it look like I'm good at this, but like I said, today's video is raw and honest. So I am going to eat my food that's now cooling off, my eggs, my pancake, not my pancakes, my bagels, my chocolate milk as always, and go to bed. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.